Hi everyone, welcome to another 15, maybe even 20 minutes of yoga. Today we're going to focus on the upper body, so the arms and the shoulders and the neck. So we're going to start in a seated position, and you may need a couple of props today. You will actually need a couple of props. Have the books ready. We had books the last day we used for underneath their hands, and if you have a tie or a scarf, grab them now. So you will need a long piece of material like a tie or a scarf or a yoga strap and a tea towel. So if you want to get those, and then come into a seat. And we're going to start today in hero's pose or Virasana. So come into hands and knees. Bring your feet wide. You'll definitely want to sit up on something. I have a big cushion here. And take your hands to your calf muscles and iron them back and wide, and then come to a seat. If this is any way painful in your knees, just sit in our cross-legged seat. You may feel a stretch along the front of your feet here. Try and breathe into that. If it's very painful or you're getting cramps in your feet, come into cross-legged seat. So don't sit in a position that's not going to serve you. You want to be at your best in these poses. So taking whatever seat is the most comfortable, settle. And we always start with the inner spiral of the legs, and it's no different in this seat. This one's a little bit easier to get. So if you come forward onto your fingertips and imagine that you're doing cow pose, lifting your sit bones up, this expansion of the back body, and then come into a seat, or you could do it just manually, spiraling the thighs. Take a deep breath in, roll your shoulders back and settle. And just take these few moments to notice how you feel. Notice the breath in your body. It doesn't matter what time of day you do your yoga practice. If it's the morning, breathe in the first light of day. If it's the evening time, allow yourself to settle as the sun sets. Bring your hands to your belly and allow your fingertips just to touch here. And then breathe deeply so that your belly expands with your breath. And feel your body expand from the inside out with your breath. Feel the contraction of the breath as your fingertips move back together on the exhale. Breathe in deeply into your space of your belly. On your next inhale, breathe into your belly. See, can you find a little bit of expansion in the sides of your body and the back of your body. And do that twice more. Release your hands, allow your breath to come back to its own natural pace. Maybe notice the difference in your breath after a few moments of pranayama practice, breath practice. Open your eyes. So we're going to stretch out the side of the neck now. So you're going to sit on your left hand. Lengthen the sides of your body. We've done this every single time. Roll your shoulders back. And then bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And you'll feel a nice stretch along the left side of your neck. And Now this may be enough, or you could bring your hand to the side of your head to gently ease that a little bit more. Feel into the stretch. Don't allow it to be painful. You should feel it, but it shouldn't be kind of hot or electric-y. It should be a nice broad sensation on the side of the neck. Very gently move your head slightly forward so you feel the stretch come into more of the side towards the back of the neck. Allow your left shoulder to relax there. Try and not have that shoulder up around your ear. And then release your hand if it's on your head. You can even use that hand to lift your head back up to center. Take a moment just to notice the difference in the two sides of your neck. And then we'll switch sides, this time sitting on the right hand. The right shoulder, allow it to soften down your back. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And then start to tilt your head over towards the left side. And I can feel enough of a stretch here that I don't need to place my hand on my head. But if you feel you need that little bit extra, gently draw your head over towards the left. It's all about how it feels, sensation, not about what it looks like. Breathe softly and naturally here. Maybe stay here if you're getting a nice stretch and it's working for you, or move the head slightly forward so it moves towards the back. Release your hand, lift your head. Again, take a moment to notice the benefit of that. Then drop your chin towards your chest, coming into the back of the neck here. Relax your shoulders. Actually bring them up, back and around. Chin to chest, and just gently easing out the back of the neck. And if you need a little bit more, you may not interlace your fingers. Bring them to maybe where your ponytail is, the back of the head. And we're not pulling here. We're just letting the weight of the arms bring us a little bit further. Release your hands if they're at the back of your head. Lift your head. Again, just take a second to notice. And then you're going to begin to draw circles with your nose. Draw nice big circles with your nose. Do one more this direction, and then when your chin comes to your chest, we'll go the opposite way. When your chin comes towards your chest, leave it there for a moment. And then inhale, lift your head. Lovely. So we've been in this seat quite a while. I'm going to come out of it now. Bring your cushion out behind and come to hands and knees. Let's just stretch out the legs. Stretch your right leg out behind. Tuck your toes under and stretch into the back of the leg. And switch sides. Hands and knees, toes tucked under. 3 rounds of cat-cow. You still want to bring a little bit of movement to the spine, the upper back. Move with your breath. Come to a flat back. Bring a bit of tone to your belly. And I said it maybe the first video, a really good way to do this is to cough. And when you cough, you feel the lower belly engaged, and you want to keep that engagement. Starburst your right hand and press into your right hand, and inhale, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Press down into your right, lift into your left fingertips. A nice open twist to the left. And now we're going to thread the left arm in underneath the right arm. Thread it through, bringing your head and shoulder down towards the floor. And you come up high onto your right fingertips here. And maybe come more onto the left side of your head. Again, don't do anything that's going to compromise your neck. Make sure that it all feels good. Tiptoe your fingers forward. Get nice length from your hip into your fingers. Breathe here. Walk your hand back. Place it down beside your face. Plant your hands down. We're going to open up again into that open twist. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale and release. Plant the left hand down. Really starburst the fingers. On an inhale then, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in and push down into your left arm as you reach up into your right fingertips. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, thread right arm underneath your left, bring your head and shoulder down towards the floor. Come high up onto your left fingertips. Roll your left shoulder back. This is actually giving us a nice stretch into the back of the right shoulder. Breathe here. And maybe you can walk your fingers forward so you get a nice stretch from fingertip to hip. Breathe into it. Take another deep breath in. Walk your hand back. Plant the left hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale and release. Bring your big toes together, knees wide. Sit your hips down onto your heels or towards your heels. Come high up onto your fingertips here. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, begin to walk your hands forward. Breathe into the back of your shoulders. Lift, keep your elbows lifted, so don't allow your arms to kind of be floppy here. Come high up onto your fingertips. Engage the muscles in your arms by hugging them to the bones of your arms, and then lift up from your armpit, lift it up towards the ceiling, and then see, can you melt the space between your shoulder blades. Maybe your head comes to the floor, doesn't need to, you can put a cushion underneath your forehead. Walk your hands back in. And now we're going to use either a tie or a scarf. I've got a yoga belt, but a tie or a scarf will do. I'm going to turn to face you. So come to standing kneeling with your toes tucked in underneath. Or you could be standing here. So just for the camera, I'm standing kneeling. So either come to standing, lengthen up, roll your shoulders back, and have the belt quite wide. So we're going to do what's called flossing the shoulders. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So arms out in front. Wrap the arms back so the shoulder blades come onto the back. So stretch forward again, feel the shoulder blades come away from your back, and then wrap them back. And then pull on the belt so it's nice and tight. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, I'm going to slowly bring the belt back behind. Try and not bend the elbows. If you need to go wider on your tie or your belt, then do. Really slowly. Inhale, back up again. Exhale, out in front. So you may need to go wider on the belt. You might be able to go a little bit narrower. Come up shoulder height again. Shoulders onto the back body. Arms are strong and straight. Inhale and reach. And exhale, release. Down the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, down in front. Twice more. Last time. Exhale and release. You can just put the belt up out to the side and you sit down onto your heels and give your arms a nice circle, big bit of movement in the shoulders. And come into a seat, any seat that it feels comfortable, and bring your arms out in front. Lengthen up, shoulders back. Turn the palms of your hand up, but turn not just the palms of your hand, it's the whole arm that turns. And then the whole arm turns back down. Inhale and turn and release. You don't need to go with your breath here. We're going to do this for about a minute. You'll begin to feel it nearly straight away in your shoulders. And it probably feels it'll get a little bit uncomfortable. But can you stay with it? Concentrate on your breath. And you might go a little bit faster, or you might slow down with the movement, but keep the movement going. Another 30 seconds. Bring a little bit of tone to the arms, a bit of heat to your shoulders. We do 10 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let them go. Close your eyes. Notice any sensations in your arms. I feel lovely heat in my shoulders, and there's a sense of movement the whole way down the arms, that energy moving. What do you notice? Lovely. Come back to hands and knees. Press down into your hands, lengthen the sides of your body, shoulders back. Take a breath and come up to downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your sit bones. So here, keep the knees bent, bend your elbows. Plug the head of your arm bones back onto the back body. Take a breath in and then keep the shoulder blades on your back as you push from your heart space down through your arms. Look forward between your hands. I'm going to step our right foot forward and bring the back knee to the floor, and I'm actually going to take my rolled up tea towel for this. I'm not even going to use the belt, I'm going to use a rolled up tea towel. Lengthen up, shoulders back, and bring your hands behind your back, and you want to hold your tea towel about hip distance apart. Shoulder blades on your back. Begin to lift your arms away from the back body. You want to keep the legs nice and strong here. And if you find that your back knee is painful, just put in a cushion underneath it or a blanket underneath it. Kind of pad it out. Release the hold of your tea towel, and now we're going to bring it along the back of the neck. I'm going to give yourself a nice neck release. So start with the tea towel down at the very bottom of your neck. You'll feel the bone that kind of protrudes the most. Start there. Hold the tea towel in both hands, and very gently you're going to draw the tea towel up towards the back of the neck to that bone at the very base of your skull, your occiput, right up to that. And kind of wrap the tea towel around your head and lean back into the tea towel, shoulders back. It should feel like a really nice stretch in your neck. Gently pulling up towards the ceiling with your hands. Breathe here for another 2 rounds of the breath. And then exhale and release. Come back to hands and knees. Maybe come into a child's pose for a few breaths. That's one option. Come to downward dog for a few breaths. Option 2, or come with me on what we call a vinyasa. Come forward to plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press into your feet. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Lift your hands away from the floor. We're going to do back bends another day. But this is a gentle back bend in cobra. And then tuck your toes, plant your hands. Come back up, hands and knees. And now stepping your left foot forward between your hands. Hopefully that's the opposite side. I think it is. Bring your hands behind your back again, holding the tea towel about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit closer this time. Lengthen the side of your body, roll your shoulders back and lift your arms away from the back body. But this is so important, this side body long, shoulder blades back. So we don't want our shoulders forward here. Draw them back, shoulder blades towards each other. Lift your heart. Breathe here. Release your hands. Bring the belt or the strap around the front, your tea towel around the front. Bring it to the base of your neck and gently draw the tea towel up the neck to the back of the skull. Hug your arms in, wrap them in. It's like you're gently, now that word is so important, gently lengthening the back of the neck. And you have to lean back a little bit of trust here. Lean back into the strap. Breathe. Notice where your shoulder blades are and your shoulders. Are they up around your ears? Maybe you can roll them onto your back. And exhale and release. Well done. You can place that off out to the side. Come back to hands and knees. To child's pose. This time we make a pillow with our forearms and allow our head to rest. We come back into our seat. So either into Virasana, hero's pose, which is the kneeling, or cross-legged. Lift your sit bones as you sit back and then take your hands to your calf muscles and gently draw the flesh back and wide. Take a breath in, lengthen, shoulders back. Left fingertips to the floor, reach your right arm up and side bend over to the left. Back to center, right fingertips to the floor, reach with your left hand and side bend over to the right. Lift up, bring your right hand to your left knee, left fingertips to your lower back and twist around towards the left. Inhale to center and the opposite side. Inhale, come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Allow your palms to face up. Close your eyes. Few breaths here in meditation. Allow any tension with each exhale to wash down over your shoulders, down the back body, down into the earth. Take a deep breath in, and on this exhale, feel the tension release from the back of the neck, down through your arms and into the earth. On your next exhale, release tension from the back of the head, the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. Bring your shoulders right up towards your ears. And as you exhale, release them, let them go. You can release the breath out your mouth. Do that twice more. You can stay here for as long as you like. Reap the benefits of this short practice. Just 15-20 minutes of yoga every day really does make a difference. And if it's something that you'd like to continue with, let me know. Leave a comment, and maybe over the month of August I'll put up maybe every day, maybe every second day. So please feel free to like this and maybe leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Namaste.